Welcome back. So the Republican opponent in the state controller's race, Anjali Reed Fucan, I believe is the pronunciation, is claiming foul based on some little pressed coins that Peter Franchot gives out when he meets people. What is up with this, Ron?
Did you know who was running against Peter Franchot before for Comptroller?
I did not.
Okay.
But now I do.
That's what this is all about.
I'll likely forget it as soon as I leave this building.
This is what it's all about. Okay.
So this is just making noise.
Well, she may have a point.
What's the point?
Well, no. What I think Franchot did right, he's got his authority line on his coin.
Okay.
Which means whenever I was going to bring along little fingernail files, which has my authority line when I ran before.
Okay.
Okay, well, those fingernail files, I can pass them out. I got 10,000 of them. I think I got like 4,000 left.
Okay.
But it can show that they were paid for, the money was put in, and he can pass them out now and not be illegal because as he passes them out, they have his authority line on it. So whether he's elected and there's no election coming up like for the next 4 years after this election, those coins are covered. Is it a good idea? Yes. Louis Goldstein did it, and I know Don Munson went to Louis Goldstein. He said, do you care if I pass something out like this? And Don Munson passed them out for years. I think it's a good idea, and it's politically smart.
Do you think there is an issue there legally, and the official issue is an official may not intentionally use the prestige of his or her elected office for personal gain? If we carry that, in my view, if we carry that to that extent, then that person can't appear in debates, can't do anything to get reelected.
Well, how about if you're in business and you got and you're a contractor?
An
how about
official
locally? How about
may not intentionally use the prestige of his or her elected office for personal gain.
And that happens all the time.
Okay, but is it happening here, Ron?
What's his personal benefit?
Well, the only personal gain is to get reelected, which I think is...
That's the name of the game.
Exactly.
Is to get reelected.
So Franchot, a spokesperson, was asked to comment on it, and they call the practice a tradition, and as you mentioned, it was started by Louis Goldstein. Louis had his own set of coins that he would get out, which, by the way, had the authority line on it, didn't it? Peter Franchot has been doing this for 5 years now. And the most important piece in my book, who pays for these? Peter Franchot does, not the state of Maryland. Do you think this will work? Do you think she will be successful in this litigation?
Her name, again, is getting out to the public, and the public...
Legally, will she win?
Just because it's tradition doesn't say it's not, that it might not be against the law.
Okay, so you're saying it depends on the court system.
It depends on what the court system says. Tradition.
If you were the judge, what would you say?
I would carry precedent that had been established through tradition and never questioned before as a reason to keep it the way it is.
Would you agree that would you agree that there's probably a very limited possibility this this opponent gets elected?
First of all, Peter Franchot is on the Board of Public Works. He's extremely popular. He votes with the governor many times. He's been in a battle with the president of the Senate, you know, over the issue of school construction money and building schools. I think he's well embedded in both political parties and will be successful in November.
Okay. All right. That's all we have on that one. Coming up next, Guardians director James Gunn was fired by Walt Disney over tweets. Tweets when? Yesterday, last week, last month, last year? No, many moons ago. We'll talk about that in 3 minutes. Stay with us.